All right, in the last video, we went over how a woman's cycle unfolds from day 1 to day 28. Now I'd like to go through some of the issues that can cause trouble along the way. So let's start right at the beginning. Periods usually start for a young girl at age 12, average in the United States. It can be anywhere from like 8 to 15, or usually 2 years after breasts begin to develop and pubic hair begins to grow. But if it's earlier than age 8 or later than age 15, or more than 3 years after those signs of puberty, then a doctor should be consulted to determine what's going on there. So now she's in the fertile years, and that's about 40 years for most women. Figures say that 75 to 90% of women report that they have felt PMS symptoms: irritability, cramping, headaches, bloating, sore breasts, difficulty concentrating or memory, short-term memory, mood swings, lack of interest in sex. And most of these, by the way, occur in your 30s. And they tend to be stronger the younger the woman is. But they happen in varying levels of severity with all women. Nobody's the same. And most people just endure it. They're uncomfortable, but they kind of learn to get along with it. But there are about 5% of people who really struggle with these things, and the severity of these symptoms is much, much worse, like lasting anger, suicidal, panic attacks, binge eating, or just a feeling of a loss of control. That is a serious situation that is more than just usual PMS symptoms, and a doctor should be consulted about that. So what causes PMS? Well, if you recall on the graph, that week before day 1, when leading up to the period, the estradiol and progesterone are plummeting rapidly, and they get down to very low levels. Well, a woman doesn't tolerate sudden drops in hormone levels. Each of those symptoms that I mentioned are tied to one of these hormones. When you understand what they do, you'll better be able to understand how to deal with some of these issues. Now, gentlemen, this is for you. Pay attention, eyes right here, and listen well. If you ever, with even a hint of frustration in your voice, suggest that your lady is having PMS symptoms, you better have a clear route of exit. You're in mortal danger. Okay? All right, joking aside, there are ways to handle it, appropriate ways. Be sensitive and understand that hormones are powerful drivers of emotion. Okay? And that's by design. If you pick a fight with a hormone, you're going to lose. Respect them, respect their absence, and learn what they do. Those same hormones that can cause trouble, make her all amorous and cuddly at other times, understand and know them in their entirety. It'll be your best friend and your worst enemy all in the same month. So if you or a loved one is experiencing severe symptoms in these areas that I've talked about, let's take a closer look at it, okay? That's what we do. I'm the hormone pharmacist.